worried about it. I'd be one of those guys who would like spend 2 weeks setting their picks, whether it be racing or football, and then I'd probably forget about it and just leave it until the rest of the season.
Yeah, no, anything I've ever tried to do fantasy, that typically happens. All right, round 2 qualifying for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series has concluded. Cole Custer was the fastest. Cameron Haley, John West Townley, Eric Jones, Johnny Sauter, the top 5. On the outside, you got Matt Crafton, 13th. Daniel Hemrick, 14th. James Busher was 15th. John Hunter Nemechek was 16th. Timothy Peters, 17th. Some fast cars there that were outside of the top 12. But final round, we got pole qualifying that's about to happen. And, man, who knows? Cole Custer, Junior Motorsports, this could be a huge day for him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you had to figure that, the Junior Motorsports lately, they've been on top of their game in the Xfinity Series, and you had to figure that they weren't going to start, get involved in a truck program and not be up to snuff. And Cole is certainly very talented, and it looks like they're certainly off to a good start. It looks like he's going to be in a good position here to, if he doesn't win the pole here in the final round, he'll certainly have a good starting spot for today's race. And he has been fast since they unloaded here, so which is good in the fact too that when you think about it, they run a Chevrolet, and Toyotas have pretty much dominated the truck series. So for him to be that good, that consistently good, considering the competition, is pretty stout.
Yeah, that's a great point. In fact, in the top 10 right now, you've got 2 Chevrolets, 3 Fords, and those are 8th, 9th, and 10th, the Fords. The rest of them, half of the top 10, are all Toyotas. All right, we're going to talk a lot about some of the big stories and take your phone calls as well. Right now, though, let's go into the garage at Martinsville Speedway and see who Claire B. Lang has caught up with. Claire B.?
I'm here with Ray Black Jr. He got bumped out of the first round of qualifying here for trucks. He did a good job at Daytona, had a good race. What about here, and what about the challenges of this race here today?
Yeah, Scoop Light Chevy is actually really good on long runs, but as a driver, I'm just not that good at qualifying. That's my part, and I got a lot to learn with it, but I know for a long run we'll be really good.
Who do you look for help from as a young Truck Series driver to get used to a place like Martinsville?
Yeah, you go definitely, the Cup driver. There's some cool ones out there, and then, Timothy Peters is a good one to talk to, Matt Crafton. They're all really helpful, so it's fun to hang out with them and talk.
It's interesting, Kevin Harvick told me last week that he likes Bubba Wallace. Bubba called him up and just asked him, texted him and said, hey, can I have some help? Can you just walk to those guys, or either the leaders in your series or someone in the Cup garage?
Yeah, they're all really nice and helpful. Anything I need, they're very, anything. So it's cool. It's a good family, so when you travel with them a lot, it definitely just takes to them, so it's fun.
What's your modus operandi for the race today? You got to stay out of trouble, but you got to be aggressive here.
Yeah, I want to be around for the end of the race. Hopefully have all 4 corners on it. So yeah, I think we have a really good truck, so we're just trying to keep it in one piece, and we'll get a top 15 out of it.
All right, that's Ray Black Jr. Let me throw it back to you guys on Press Pass.
All right, sounds good, Claire B. We're about to get the final round of knockout qualifying for the Camping World Truck Series underway here momentarily. But Jim Utter yesterday in qualifying, while he did not make it into even the second round, he was pretty happy to make it into the show, and that would be young Chase Elliott. He's going to have his first Sprint Cup Series start tomorrow in the number 25 Chevrolet at Hendrick Motorsports. What is the buzz on him so far this weekend?
Well, first of all, Brad, that there's not many things in this sport that generally unite the people, right? Get everybody on the same side.
That's very true.
Yeah. But I can tell you that there was no one in the media center yesterday who was in any way hoping that we were not going to get qualifying in, because everybody was writing Chase Elliott making his Sprint Cup Series debut story this weekend, and that was not going to happen if we did not get qualifying in yesterday. So it was touch and go. Bob Pockers and I have been talking about this since we first looked at the weather forecast about 5 days ago, and because it was looking dicey, and with no points, and they weren't going to put him in anybody else's car. So if he didn't get the opportunity to qualify, Chase was not going to be in this race. So we were all sweating bullets that all our work in preparation for this weekend hadn't gone down the toilet. But thankfully, we squeezed in some practice and got group qualifying done just before darkness fell at Martinsville. And as you said, although his performance wasn't that great. It was good enough to guarantee him a spot in the field tomorrow, and it'll be interesting to see how he does there. As Jeff Gordon pointed out, he's pretty much throwing him into the fire here at Martinsville, but it's one of those tracks where he's run a couple times in trucks, but he's not gonna see any experience in the Xfinity Series here, so it's probably a good track to pick to make a debut, because I would not want him to make his first ever appearance in Martinsville in a Cup car in his first full season. You probably would want to show up here at least once and say you had a race under your belt.
That is very true. By the way, Chase Elliott did qualify 27th. He was 20th in practice earlier. The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series does have one more practice scheduled for this afternoon. That's going to be at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. We will still be on the air with Press Pass, so we'll keep you posted as to what's going on with that as well. Again, if you want to join us, 866-PIT-LANE, 866-748-5263. Let's go back out to Claire B. Lane right now and find out who else she's caught up with. Claire B.
I'm with Corbin Forrester of Greenlight Racing, another rookie candidate for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, and got bumped out of the first round of the qualifying for the trucks. All right, what do you make of it?
The track was good. It got a little slower from yesterday. We picked up 5 tenths, but we're only 2 tenths off the pole. The truck's better than it was yesterday. We did a lot of work on it today, and I feel like we'll have a good truck, top 15 truck for the race.
With so many young bucks in the field and so many rookies, who do you go to for help to maybe learn what you need to learn to get yourself a jump ahead from Martinsville?
I go to the guy that hits around the most big and loud. He's got a lot of experience with the fan and stuff like that. He goes pretty good bit. So I usually go to him first, and then I'll talk to Matt Crafton and some more like that.
I call this guy and his phone number is some guy that I got.
Yeah, the South Coast.
$25.
Different track, so he has now a pretty good deal without having to watch everybody for the first part practice.
As a rookie entering this race today, what do you know you don't know?
I can call him, see if he can tomorrow.
Just go out there and do the best I can as a
The
rookie.
guy's got a big old monster truck and he charges $25.
I guess the thing is, what do you know you need to work on and learn? What things do you know that you need to figure out?
I need to go a bit smoother, get in, more brake, less brake, stuff like that. Just learn the lip works and stuff like that every track. That's what we do.
Well, good luck, all right?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Corbin Forrester. He's one of the rookie candidates. And here's the deal. They sometimes don't know what they don't know. So they don't know the question. But the truth is they're all going to somebody to get some help. But there are a lot of young bucks in this race here today. And Corbin Forrester is one of them. Let me throw it back to you guys on Press Pass.
All right, thanks a lot, Claire B. Lane. As you can hear, the final round. This is the pole round of knockout qualifying for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. It is underway. Cole Custer had the top time, but Joey Logano just took it away from him. And both of those drivers, Jim Utter, are interesting stories when it comes to this race. I remember when Joey Logano first started running races on occasion for Brad Keselowski's truck team. Logano basically said, I want to win a truck race so bad. I want to be able to do that. Now, is today going to be his day? He obviously has a great shot. We know he can qualify well here, but actually Joey Logano actually spun his truck around.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to say.
He didn't hit anything.
He
but
did
didn't
put
finish
down the fastest lap, and then he spun. So
Wow.
it doesn't look like he committed any contact, so maybe he'll be all right.
I would say
Nice segue, though.
Yeah, that was good. I like that. Yeah, he just kind of got sideways going into the turn and looped it around right there. And my gosh, good thing for him that didn't happen in the first round of knockout qualifying when there was like 30 trucks on the track, you know?
Absolutely. I wanted to say one thing. Two things about Claire's interview. One, I thought the question that Claire asked was very good. And I also have to commend Corbin. Is that his name?
Corbin Forrester, yeah.
Yeah, Corbin. Admitting that he didn't understand it, though.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know what he doesn't know, that's for sure.
That's right.
But yes, I do get the question that she was asking, but and she was able to rephrase it in a way he could figure out. I'm sure next time he'll be prepared for that. But, you know, honestly, when you get a lot of these rookies in, and especially talking to the media, I mean, first of all, coming into this track, he's probably like, you know, deer in the headlights. Like, you know, I mean, I don't want to screw anything up first of all. I want to do what I can to win the race. I don't want to be the cause of any problems and all that. And then, you know, I mean, their mind's got to be a little scrambled just going into these weekends.
Well, you know, I think that's probably one of the biggest fears for people who start off and when they race at this level and in these national series of NASCAR and places like this. There's a lot of these guys who have short track experience and so forth, but what they don't have experience is running on these tracks with the likes of Cup drivers and Xfinity drivers and people who have won races. And I think one of their greatest fears is they don't want to be, like you mentioned, they don't want to be the person who screws up somebody else's day. But it's a fine line because you want to run your own race and do the best you can. And at the same time, you don't want to make so many people angry that they never want to see you back on the track. So I've always thought that that was an interesting dynamic for
You have a live conference call starting right now. Press
learned from covering the sport for 14 years is drivers will navigate to people who are fast. They just hope that with that speed they know how to control it.
Very true, very true. All right, well, let's go back out to Claire B. Lang. She's working hard, having a great time doing it in the garage at Martinsville Speedway, and find out who she is with now. Claire B.
I'm here with Daniel Canos, who's the crew chief for Danica Patrick, who was 28th in the first practice of the day. What are you looking forward to in happy hour? You know, how do you look ahead to happy hour right now after the first practice?
Well, you know, happy hour, the track hopefully will start getting a little closer to how it races. This is a track that really changes a lot, and it can be easy to chase it if you don't have discipline. But we're finally going to put some stickers on, and hopefully we'll be a little closer to the race conditions, and we can try and dial it in.
You know, we talk about the tracks that Danica could be good at. Martinsville is a challenge for anyone. What are the challenges for Danica here? It's just a tough track.
Yeah, you just really got to be aggressive and throw elbows and make space at Martinsville. I think she does that well. You really got to take care of your tires, and I actually think she does that pretty well. So she's run well several times at Martinsville, and hopefully we can do that tomorrow.
You got a long checklist for happy hour?
We have some things to try still that we've been holding in our back pocket.
And what do you expect in the race on Sunday here? Elbows up for sure.
Yeah, elbows up for sure. I mean, with the less horsepower and the less gear, traditionally this is going to drive off track, and it may be a little bit more of a rolling the center track now, but you got to think that once you start getting laps on the tires and it gets a little hot, drive off still going to be a big thing.
Last thing, let's make it clear that Danica Patrick can put elbows up just like everybody else out here, and tough as nails on this track because they're all going to scrap it out.
Oh yeah, she's definitely aggressive, and she's got fire in her belly.
And thanks a lot for stopping, all right?
Thank you.
Daniel Canos, crew chief for Danica Patrick, 28th in the first practice of the day. Let me throw it back to you guys on Press Pass.
All right, thanks a lot, Claire B. Danica Patrick qualified 16th for the race at Martinsville Speedway tomorrow, and she's actually been pretty good at this track, so that'll be fun to watch. We'll get a quick break out of the way. Coming up at the bottom of the hour, our good friend Bob Pockris from ESPN.com. When we come back, you and your phone calls at 866-PIT-LANE, 866-748-5263.
If you really want the latest from the track, keep listening to Press Pass.
Sirius XM NASCAR Radio.
Channel 90. Best golfers in the world play on Sirius XM PGA Tour Radio.
Hits the ball on the way to the right, turns it right into the middle.
This week, it's the Valero Texas Open at JW Marriott TPC in San Antonio, Texas.
And caps that in. Stephen Bowditch is the winner of the 2014 Valero Texas Open. There's a new star in the Lone Star State.
Live final round coverage begins today at 1 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM PGA Tour Radio, Sirius 208 and XM 93.
NASCAR celebrates 511 Tactical, the official tactical apparel and gear provider of NASCAR, and their continued efforts to grow the sport and drive business on and off the track. This year, NASCAR is honored to present our official partner, 511 Tactical, with the NASCAR Driving Business Award. This achievement celebrates the outstanding business-to-business and marketing efforts made in the NASCAR Fuel for Business Council during the 2014 season. Visit 511tactical.com to view the full assortment of 511 products.
Hey NASCAR fans, this is Larry McReynolds. Join me and the NASCAR Foundation on a mission to help turn our kids into winners. Together we can provide much needed resources for kids in our schools. Your mission? Visit NASCAR.com/help today. A minimum $5 donation gets you the 2015 collectible pin or wristbands to wear and show your support. Do it today, race fans. Our kids need you.
Y-O-U-U.
Visit NASCAR.com/help.
Warning, if you've recently declared bankruptcy, you're going to want to change the station. Because there's an alternative to bankruptcy and it's faster than you'd ever think possible. But if you've already declared bankruptcy and have missed this opportunity, you'll want to change the station now. Here it is. Right now, the company that has resolved more credit card debt than anyone in the U.S. is available to settle your debt too. You may reduce your debt with one low monthly program payment. If you call right now, Freedom Debt Relief will show you how low your monthly program payment could be for free. Call now. 1-800-641-9227. That's 1-800-641-9227. If you're struggling with debt, this could be your answer. And the bigger your debt, the more money you could save. To find out for free how much of your hard-earned money Freedom Debt Relief could help you save, call now. 1-800-641-9227. 1-800-641-9227. 1-800-641-9227.
Here comes Tony Stewart. We'll take that. Hey, race fans, this is Tony Stewart. Ring the bell, baby. You're home for NASCAR. Sirius XM, NASCAR Radio, Channel 90.
We're at the track, and we're not going anywhere. This is Press Pass, Sirius XM, NASCAR Radio, Channel 90.
We'll get to your phone calls here momentarily. Right now, though, we are going to go to the grid to the garage at Martinsville Speedway and check in with Claire B. Lang. What can you tell us, Claire B.?
Well, I can tell you, Joey Logano has that signature smile on his face. Full center for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series and, of course, for the Truck Series. All you got to do is win both races, and it'll be a perfect weekend.
So we got a good start going, and nothing else. We'll see what happens. Cooper Standard Ford here in the Truck Series is pretty fast. Hopefully it hangs in there. The lap was a little more eventful than I wanted it to be. Got a little free and spun her out, but it's got to be right on the edge there.
Talk about that spin, and you didn't really hit anything, but everything is really close here. So what were you thinking? Were you able to keep control, or were you just a little bit lucky too?
Well, I was out of control with the spun out, but I didn't hit anything, so that's all. It's all good.
So what, did you feel like coming on, or what?
Yeah, I just started breaking free in the center, and I just kept riding it out, and I was like, oh, we're going around. So.
And that's when you got control of it.
yeah. When I stopped, it wasn't going again. Yeah.
It's good to go here. He's got that big smile on his face. All right, talk about this race here today. You said you raced this because Brad Keselowski said, hey, you want to do it. And who would turn down racing in truck?
Nobody. I think it's a lot of fun, and I've never raced here before, so I've watched this race for about 7 years, so I'm kind of excited to be in it for the first time.
What does the truck feel like as compared to the car here? And you're about to go to happy hour practice.
Apparently a little looser, and but you know, everything's different because it's not it's one of Brad's trucks. It's not a Penske car, so there's just some things that are different, that are not better or worse, just different, and it takes a minute for a driver to get used to it.
How much does he communicate with you, like good job in practice, or what about that spin, or bust your chops, or text you, or anything, or give you information?
I haven't seen him yet, but I talked to him a little bit last night, a little bit about our car, and so he came over during practice a little bit too.
Came over during practice, and now you're going to go to the other practice, happy hour, after the driver's meeting. You were 15th in the first practice in your cup car. What are you looking for in happy hour?
Some more rear grip. Just need some more drive in those cars. There's so much horsepower. Just need some more grip to come off the corner.
And do you love the fact that you're probably not going to look?